Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor. I'm going to wait and see if people pop on to tell me if they can hear me or not. Let me know if you can hear me. If you pop on, if you do me the favor of doing so. If not, I guess I'll just talk to myself. I'll try to see what it is that I'm doing. I hope everybody is hanging in there. Apparently, I had some technical issues this morning and there was no sound. So let's just see. Let me see. Let's see. Yay, I can hear. Can you guys hear? Can you hear me? Hi, Melissa. How are you? Can you hear me, Melissa? Let me know in the comments below. I was having some technical issues a little earlier, so I wanted to say yes, sound. Okay, beautiful, good. Okay, you can hear me. Love that. Carol, I'm back. All right, so beautiful. Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. We are a global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. I meet you each and every day, at least Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern, when you can hear me. And I'm glad that you can hear me. Thanks for looking out. Hi, I know. I couldn't hear, but LinkedIn is clear. Okay, fair enough. So now I'm back. Tara, I actually left and then I came back. So I'm hoping that this is better across the board for everyone. Today, we're going to jump on into it. Today, we're going to talk about frustration. I know. And I am here to tell you that even though I have no earrings on, I don't know what's happening. What's happening here? Do I have earrings? No earrings. I have one earring. What is happening with me today? Today is one of those days. I have one earring on. I have no sound. I love you too. So hi, Liz. How are you? Oh my goodness. Liz Bales is on. Dr. Liz Bales and I have a new program that we're starting. Here's the Thing is what it's called. It's going to be on every Wednesday. We're chatting about all things. It's so good and so wonderful to have her as part of the community. I'm a mess today, apparently. I have a nice shirt on, kind of. Anyway, I had no earrings on. There was no sound, but I'm happy you guys are all here. Today we're going to talk about frustrations. I mean, who could have set that up even better? Just about going with the flow, peeps. It's just about going with the flow. I don't think that we can control, at least I know that we cannot control the frustrating things that happen in our life and in our space. We just can't. We just cannot begin to control those things. We can't control what it is that comes into our life that disturbs us, but how long we hold on to that frustration is something that I believe we can control. Hi, Tay, how are you? It's so wonderful that people are joining in on all of our fun. I want to make sure, good morning. I want to make sure that you guys are feeling good about the way in which you're maneuvering what it is that you're maneuvering, because this is difficult. I was talking to my students again, I teach at Temple, and we were talking about how they were feeling. A lot of them are zoomed out, is our kind of notion of being on Zoom all day. I can only imagine what it's like to take 5 classes in a row and have to be paying attention, not paying attention, what that looks like. Going to class is a challenge in and of itself. Needless to say not. Good morning, Lisa. Needless to say, not being able to have that engagement. And they were frustrated. They were frustrated and tired and in a space where they feel as if they're not getting as much as they possibly could, or they don't necessarily know where to put their effort and energy. And to their dismay, I had to let them know that it doesn't get any easier when you get older, that the situation and circumstances change. But there will be things in your life that you cannot control. There will be things in your life that aren't, the go with the flow type of mentality. There will be things in your life that frustrate you. And how we deal with those frustrations and how we tackle them is super important. I can tell you from experience that I was one of those people that chose to ignore a lot of things that were going wrong. That if I could leave it alone, I would leave it alone. If I could not address it, if I could not tackle it, I would just let it simmer. I was known for the one that just let the mail come and stack it up just a little bit because I didn't want to open what was inside type of scenario. And I think that we're in a space where the frustration becomes real. Our ability to look at what it is that we're doing, our ability to see what's coming at us is just a defense mechanism. We just are like, no, I will not have this in my life. I will not have the frustration of all of these things in our lives. And I know that it is a difficult position we are all in at this particular point. Whether it's the young students that are zoomed out, whether it's, adults that are zoomed out. Some of you are on Zoom or through, work and business, working safely at home on these devices all day, and you're feeling overwhelmed. Life is happening to you. You are not participating in it. And so what do you do with it? And so when I was talking to a lot of people, if you follow me on all the other platforms, I post a lot of positive things constantly. And then I do this constantly. And people are like, how do you stay positive all of the time? I am not positive all of the time. This is why I do this. Good morning. This is why I do this. I do this because I am not positive all the time. I do this because I want to find joy. I do this because I want to find other ways in order for me to find my voice. I do this because I want to see the sun shine. I do this. That's why I do this. That's why I participate with enthusiasm in this direction. That's why if you follow, fan, and like me, you see quotes and images that share joy. Because this is the way in which I'm choosing to share joy. So I can not only address what's bothering me and my frustrations, but I can live in a better space, so I can see better things, so I can share better things, so I can participate in better things. So I don't live in my frustration. It is just the place in which I visit. That's what is important to me. And yes, I know that there's mixed feelings about people who are sharing positivity, but I'm telling you that this isn't necessarily just an occupation for me. This is a survival mechanism. COVID was hard for me. Quarantine for somebody like me, an extrovert like somebody like me, was difficult for me. It was hard. Not being able to connect with all of you, not being able to go and present, not being able to have people come to the studio, not being able to share my energy in that way. It was hard for me. Feeling controlled was hard for me. Feeling as if I had no place to put it, was hard for me. And I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be easy. I'm just saying that I can't live in frustration. I can't live in the valley. I have to find my way to the hill. And the only way to do that is through being positive. But it is not about just a hashtag or me, even the posts that I put up. This is the practice of my life. This is how I keep myself from living in the valley longer than I should. Because I am as frustrated as all of you about everything. I feel everything. Being positive or choosing to be positive doesn't mean I don't see it. Doesn't mean I don't feel it. It just means that this is the way in which I choose to deal with it. Because I can't control so much that's happening. I can't control all of the things outside of these walls, upstairs and outside for everyone. Not only myself, my children, my family. I can't control those things. But how I address them, that is up to me. How I show up for myself, that is up to me. Taking control of my feelings, that is up to me. And so this is really about me looking at things the way in which I look at things. And I know that other people do it wrong. They do it in a way that is to take advantage or to manipulate their audience. Me, hello, Olympia, good morning. It isn't for that. It is a survival mechanism for me because there are dark days. There are dark times in one day. And I choose to dive into positivity. Sometimes you'll see me posting more on some days than others. It's because I need to go to that well and drink more times than others on that day. And sometimes some of you show up for these morning messages, and sometimes I'm talking to myself. And I'm okay with that because I know that later in the day, someone may need to go to this well because they are thirsty. Somebody may need to be in a space where they're like, okay, I'm having a rough time. Let me tap into Sheldon for this. Let me try to find a quote and feel something for this. Quotes are really interesting for me within my time of frustration because oftentimes, even for somebody who is, talkative as I am, we can sometimes not find the words, right? And we have to lean on the words of others in order to get us through something. It's the reason why we talk to our friends and family about what we have going on. This is why we find that friend, not all friends, but that friend that is willing to listen and provide us with advice and objective, opinions that comes to us in a safe place. And so every day, to answer the question, why are you so positive? Why are you choosing to do this? Hey, Joey, it's because this is the practice of my life to keep me in a positive space. This affords me the ability to tap into a better day. because there are so many things in this world that I cannot control. There's so many things outside of my control, but what I can control is my feed. What I can control is my voice. What I can control is what I share with the world and giving people the place to do the same. That is what I can control. That is what my hope is for all of you. My hope is not to reduce the frustration to zero. It's to teach everyone how to live through it, how to drive through the storm. Being positive helps me do that. It affords me the ability to not only recognize that I'm frustrated, understand that I don't want to feel that way forever. And that I go and I actively find ways in order to make that time period, that time in the valley shorter. That moment of frustration, I look at it and say, oh my God, I do not want to live here. I do not want to collect mail at this residence. I want to find something else. I want to do something else. I want to feel better. So in my attempt to do that, my hope is to help all of you as well. My selfish attempt in order to get out of frustration, in order to find the words. I hope that I help all of you do the same. I hope that I encourage all of you to look at the brighter side of things, to look at the better way of looking at things, and encourage you to have conversations with each other about those things. It was important to me. The community stemmed from that as well. It stemmed from frustration and loneliness and people not necessarily having a place in which they felt safe, and a community that was growing and allowing them to ask questions and for them to come with their naive self and leave better. I was talking to a number of my wonderful people that follow, fan, and like me, and we were talking about my love for talk shows. And it was a real thing. I loved Oprah and Sally Jessy Raphael and Donahue. Am I the only person who remembers any of these people? And all of these talk shows, Montel had a talk show and all of these things. And I would watch these shows primarily in the summer when we were off and after school, because my mother used to record them on VHS. And I was fascinated by the conversations that would happen. The passing of the microphone in the audience and what that looked like. And I knew that there was a place for me in all of this. And that is what I have created with this platform. But it has to be in the positive space. It has to be for the hope of doing something better. It has to be for the hope of making people better. So everyone doesn't live in a frustrated space. Because it's easy to take residence in the darkness. It's easy to lay down when it is dark, is it not? In the light, that's when it's uncomfortable. And so I'm willing to have uncomfortable conversations. I'm willing to ride through the frustration in the hopes of living in a more positive space on the other end. And so that's what I do. And so to answer that question, why are you positive all the time? Because I have no choice. Because we are not living in the dark. I'm not getting, mail and forming residence in my frustration. For you, for my family, for me, I'd rather live in the light and share that with as many people as I possibly can. So my goal is to do that with you each and every day, and I'm so grateful and spoiled that you choose to join me. I would love for more of you to be part of our Scream Your Dream community, so if you have any questions regarding that, please let me know. I meet with you guys twice a week and happy to continue to do so and share with you the Scream Your Dream way of things. But in the meantime, don't forget to follow, fan, and like me at This Is It TV and log on to thisisit.tv.com for more information. My goal is to connect remarkable women to inspiring stories through our growing community, our engaging content, and our real connections. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it, encouraging all of you to find your voice and to scream your dream. Take care.